Could this be marked People 64B?
64C, Ron.
64C.
So what object would you be facing when you're pressing the button?
That seems to be that big beam, the big cement beam.
Okay.
From what I remember.
Pardon?
From what I remember, facing that direction.
At the time that you were ringing the bell, sir, can you tell us whether you could see any lights on in the house?
There was one light on upstairs.
Did you see any lights on downstairs?
No, I couldn't.
Did it appear to be dark downstairs?
Yes.
Sustained.
How
Answer
did it
stricken
appear?
with phrase question.
How did it appear downstairs in the house?
It appeared to be no lights on.
We could get the phone record and see what that is. I'm showing you what the mark previously is People's 148. All right, you indicated before we broke that you called your boss's pager, and that was at about 10:43.
Yes.
And after you called your boss's pager, what did you do?
Well, after I paged him, like I said, I got back out of the car and continued to buzz the intercom a couple more times. Still, there was no answer. So that's when I got back into the car and placed another phone call.
Okay, so after you buzzed a couple more times, got no answer, when you got into the car, did you...
But she's restating his testimony.
Sustained.
That question, I'm sorry.
Objection. Your Honor, may we approach?
Sustained.
I'd like to approach.
Sustained.
Did you call your boss again when you got back in the car?
Not him, no.
Who did you call?
I called my mom
Why?
to get a phone number from her
And why'd you do that?
because I wasn't sure if the page went through, so I wanted to try his home phone because sometimes he doesn't answer his business phone after a certain time.
And what phone number were you trying to get from your mother?
His home phone number.
Your boss's home phone number?
Yes.
And look at the bill in front of you, if you would, sir. Direct your attention to the next call in time, placed at 10:46 and 30 seconds. Do you recognize the phone number shown here?
Yes, I do.
And whose phone number is that?
That is my father's, which my mom was at.
Which is where your mom was?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you reach your mother when you dialed that phone number?
Yes, I did.
And you had a conversation with her, did you?
Yes, I did.
And do you recall exactly how long that phone call lasted when you spoke to her?
Exactly how long? No.
About how long do you think it lasted?
2-3 minutes.
Would it refresh your recollection as to the precise amount of time if you were to look at the phone bill indicating the duration of the call?
Yes.
I'm pointing out to the witness the phone call he's just described on the bill. And it indicates under duration 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Does that refresh your recollection, sir?
Yes, it does.
And is that about how long that phone call was?
Yes.
Now, did you get some information from your mother?
Yes, I did. She got the phone number for me.
And after she got the phone number for you, what did you do?
At that time, I don't remember if I got out and buzzed one more time or not, but I know it was just a few seconds after that I called his house.
When you say his house, who's that?
Dale St. John, my boss.
And is there a phone call indicated on that particular phone bill in front of you, equals 148, that reflects the call made to your boss?
Yes.
And is that the call placed, first of all, you locate the phone number, sir?
Yeah.
And you recognize that phone number as your boss's home phone?
Yes, I do.
And was that call placed at 10:49:07?
Yes.
Okay, when you called him at 10:49:07, was Dale St. John at home?
No, he wasn't.
Did you get any answer?
No.
Did you get an answering machine or anything?
Nothing.
No answer at all?
No.
After you called your boss at home and got no answer, what did you do next?
I stepped back out of the car and proceeded to ring the buzzer some more times. Still got no answer.
Okay. How many more times did you ring the buzzer at that point, sir?
I don't know, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
All right. When you rang the buzzer again a couple more times and got no answer, what happened next?
The next thing I remembered was hearing the car phone ring inside the car, and got back in and picked up the phone. It was Dale St. John.
Now, do you see on the phone bill in front of you, sir, a call at 10:52 and 17 seconds?
Yes, I do.
And you indicated before you don't know the phone number of where your limo was.
No, never
Okay.
called it.
Okay. But you surmised earlier that that was the number indicated on this phone call at 10:52:17?
Yes.
And at 10:52 and 17 seconds in the evening, sir, did you speak to your boss on the car phone in the stretch limo?
Yes, I did.
When you got out to ring the buzzer just before you got that call, was your driver's door open or closed?
It was open.
And on the 2 previous occasions when you indicated that you got out of the limo to ring the bell, was the driver's door open or closed?
It was open. I left it open.
When you sat down at 10:52 and 17 seconds to speak to your boss, Dale St. John, did you leave the driver's door open or closed?
From what I remember, open.
As you sat in the car, were you seated, which way were you facing?
I was facing, looking down the driveway towards the house.
So were you facing in through the gate?
Yes.
And as you spoke to Dale St. John on the telephone, were you looking at the driveway area?
Most of the time, yeah. I might have looked at the dashboard or something here or there.
Can you tell us what the lighting was like in the driveway area that you were able to see?
The lighting, it wasn't that bright. It didn't offer much light at all. I remember a light in the entranceway by the front door, and from what I remember, I think there was a light above the garage that didn't offer much light.
I'm going to show you a diagram that you previously looked at, People 66. I'm going to ask you to indicate for us on this diagram. You can step down and take a pointer. From where you were seated, sir, at the Ashford Gate, what part of the driveway leading out to Rockingham were you able to see, if any?
It was about to this area. Just about here. I wasn't able. I couldn't see beyond this at all.
For the record, the witness is pointing to, if you drew a diagonal line from the northwest corner of the garage across the driveway, he couldn't see past or down the rock. He could not see south of that point. We're going to do it on the Elmo in a minute. And what was the lighting like for the balance of the driveway that you could see?
It wasn't very bright at all. There was some lighting, but it wasn't very bright light. Like I said, there was the brightest light came from this area.
From the entrance area?
Mm-hmm.
And for the record, the witness was indicating the entrance area when he said this area.
I also got an as an answer.
I'm sorry?
I said I also got an as an answer.
From the witness?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is that what you're doing? Yes? You can take a witness answer.
All right, Ms. Clark, do we need the phone record? Okay.
All right. Mr. Park, if you would, direct the pointer again to indicate what part of the driveway, that boundary line that you indicated to us before, after which you couldn't see anything, indicate to us on this. Have the pointer draw the line to indicate what was the point at which your visibility ended.
It would have been down, like you said, at the northwest corner of the garage. And if you go in a diagonal line across to the lawn area.
No, I don't believe
Yeah.
it's not what you...
This one,
No.
objection.
Have, yeah. Yeah. Erase that, please.
Same spot where you started. But the line would have been more diagonal. It would have curved more towards the lawn. It wasn't straight across.
Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Should it keep going like that?
Yeah. Just about to there.
All right. And you indicated that there was some light. Where? Could you direct?
Where the word entrance is of the house.
Yeah, and where in relationship to the word entrance?
Just about. This is hard to do when you're not doing it yourself here. Just about that square patio area would be
Tell it what direction to go.
that whole square patio would be from each corner to corner would be a circle area, I would say.
A circle within that square?
Yes.
Okay. All right, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right. Peoples. People 66D, you're on.
66D.
All right, now as you were seated in the limousine speaking to your boss, did you say something to your boss?
Yeah, I told him that I thought nobody was home.
And then what happened? Did he respond to you?
Yes.
Did he tell you to do something?
Well, he asked me to.
Okay, what'd your boss tell you?
Well, first he told me, he said OJ's usually running a little late, so hang out until about 11:15. If he's not there by then, go ahead and come on home. He also asked if, because I told him there was no lights on downstairs, he asked me to look at a pantry area, what he called a pantry area, where there was what resembled some sunroofs or skylighting towards the garage area. And he asked me if there was any lights on in there.
Okay.
He said he usually watches TV in there.
Now, can you locate the area that he was directing you to look at on this diagram?
Just straight down from the circle, right in that area on the roof. I'm pretty sure. It's hard to tell with this kind of a drawing.
You think that was the area you...
It would have been somewhere around there.
All right. And did you do what he asked you to do? Did you look?
Yes.
And did you see any lights on in that area?
No, I didn't.
And did you tell him so?
Yes, I did.
Now, you see the area designated as play yard?
Yes.
That area, were you able to see it? How is it lit?
It's very dark.
At some point during your phone conversation with Dale St. John, did something attract your attention?
Yes. A white male walked from behind the house area on a pathway, and he had a flashlight in his hand, and he stopped before he got to the driveway.
Okay.
So I told Dale that, you know, somebody's home.
All right. Now, at that particular point in time, had you already looked at the house, at the area that was you were directed to look at by Dale St. John to see if there were any lights?
Yes.
And after you saw that there were no lights, was it after that point that you saw this white male?
Yes, it was.
And that person that you're describing, have you since learned what his name is?
Yes.
And what is his name?
Cato.
Can you show us on the diagram, direct the pointer to where you saw him on the side yard?
Right there where the arrow was, where the path comes out from behind the house. He came out to just about the driveway, right there.
Was he on the driveway or was he on the ground?
No, he was off a couple feet.
Okay, tell the pointer where to go.
Just right there.
Okay, was he on the grass or on the path?
I couldn't see.
You couldn't tell?
No.
So is that the general location where he was?
Yes.
Could you tell what kind of flashlight he had?
At that time, no.
What was he doing when you saw him?
He was just standing there, from what I observed.
Could you tell where he was looking or what he was doing?
He looked at me, and then he started to look, in the area of the Rockingham driveway.
Now, when he was looking at you, where were you?
I was inside the car on the phone.
Stop talking to your boss?
Yes.
Now, at the same time that you saw Cato Kalin in the side yard, did you see anything else?
Yes, I saw a figure come down. Well, not come down, but I saw a figure come into the entranceway of the house, just about where the driveway starts.
Can you show us on this diagram where you first saw that person?
Just if you go where the circle is, you go straight back. No, the other way. A little bit farther. It was about there. Around that area.
Okay. Roughly that area?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you describe the person that you saw? Was that the first point at which you saw the person?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe what he looked like, what that person looked like?
Thanks for forming that question, Your Honor.
6 foot, 200 pounds.
6 foot, 200 pounds?
All dark clothing.
And could you tell anything else about this person?
No.
Could you tell whether the person was Caucasian or African American?
Black.
And how, in relationship to when you saw Cato Kalin, when did you first see this person?
It was almost simultaneously. It was seconds after I saw him.
And this 6 foot, 200 pound African American person in all dark clothing, was this person moving quickly or slowly?
Not quickly, not slowly. A good pace walk, it seemed to be.
And moving in what direction, sir?
Into the house, or towards the house.
Did you form an opinion as to whether this was a male or female?
No.
And when you saw that person, did that person walk into the entrance?
Yes.
After that person walked into the entrance, what did you do?
I then proceeded to, I was still talking to Dale at the same time. I said, somebody's here. He said, fine, finish the job, take him to the airport, and I'll see you tomorrow or whatever. I hung up the phone and I still waited it was about another 30 seconds or so before I got out of the car. But before that, I was still waiting for somebody to open the gate. I figured somebody was going to come open the gate for me.
Okay.
They still didn't.
How long after you saw the 6 foot, 200 pound person in all dark clothing go into the house did you continue to talk to Dale St. John?
Oh, it was just anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. It wasn't very long.
So on the phone bill in front of you, sir, in that last call where it indicates 10:52 and 17 seconds, does it indicate how long the phone call was for, the duration of the call?
Yes, 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Okay, and does that comport with your memory of the length of the phone call?
Yes.
So you would have hung up with him at 10:55 and 12 seconds?
Yes.
And it was within the last 10 to 30 seconds of that call at 10:50, of ending that call at 10:55, that you saw this 6 foot, 200 pound person go into the entrance?
Yes.
After you hung up with Dale St. John, you said you sat for another 30 seconds or so?
Yes, I did.
Why was that?
This is leading, suggesting we cover this.
That was foundational, Your Honor.
Sustain.
After you You indicated that you sat for another 30 seconds. Why did you sit for another 30 seconds in your car after you hung up?
Because I was waiting for the gate to be open. I figured somebody's home, they saw me, they're gonna let me in.
And did Cato Kalin come over to let you in?
No, he didn't.
And did the 6 foot, 200-pound person dressed in all dark clothing come to let you in?
No.
And after 30 seconds, what did you do?
That's when I got back up and out of the car and rang the intercom. This time there was an answer, which was Mr. Simpson. He told me that he overslept and he just got out of the shower and he'd be down in a minute.
How many times did you have to ring the buzzer this time before it was answered?
Take the formal question. How many times did you have to bring the bus down?
Overruled. You can answer the question.
Can you repeat it?
How many times did you have to ring the buzzer this time before it was answered?
Oh, it was just, he answered it pretty much immediately.
As soon as you rang?
Yes.
And when he said to you, and when you heard the voice say to you, sorry, I overslept, did you recognize that voice?
Yes, I did.
Overruled. That question is.
Yes.
And whose
Overruled.
voice was it?
Mr. Simpson's.
And what did you say he said to you?
That
Overruled.
he overslept, he just got out of the shower, and he'd be down in a minute.
Now, had you ever heard Mr. Simpson's voice before?
Yes.
How did you hear it before?
On TV, commentary, sports.
Is that how you recognized it?
Yes.
Could you tell, when you saw that 6 foot, 200-pound person walk into the entrance, could you tell whether that person was coming from the Rockingham driveway or from the area of the garage, from the south pathway?
No, I couldn't.
Could you tell whether that person had anything in their hands?
No.
When that person walked into the entrance of the house, did you notice whether there was any change in the lighting in the house?
Some lights came on downstairs, yes.
And was that immediately after the person entered the house?
Sustained.
How long after that person entered the house, the front entrance, did the lights go on downstairs?
Just seconds.
Could you tell which lights went on?
No, I just saw, from the windows and the curtains they illuminated. I couldn't tell you where the lights came from now.
After that 6 foot, 200-pound person went into the house, did you happen to notice where Mr. Kalin was?
From what I remember, he was still standing on the sidewalk.
Did he acknowledge you in any way after that person went into the house?
From what I remember, he kind of gave me a hand gesture, let me know he's there.
And that was after the 6 foot person went into the house?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
That person that you saw go into the house, did he look like someone you recognize?
No.
Did he look like Mr. Simpson?
Take the formal question. I'm asking it.
Overruled.
I couldn't tell who it was.
Did it appear to be the same size as Mr. Simpson?
Yes.
Same height and weight?
Overruled.
Around there.
Was Mr. Kalin ever on the driveway at the same time as the 6-foot, 200-pound person that went into the house?
Not that I remember, no.
After you spoke to Mr. Simpson on, let's strike that. How long after you saw the 6-foot, 200-pound person go into the house did you speak to Mr. Simpson on the intercom?
Sustain. I'm sorry, I'm going to overrule that. You can answer the question.
It had to
Different question on lights.
have been anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute.
And after you spoke to Mr. Simpson on the intercom, what happened next?
I got back into the car and waited another 20-30 seconds and before Mr. Kalin came over and opened the gate.
Okay, did you, after you spoke to Mr. Simpson, you got back in the car?
Yes, I did.
And how long after that did Mr. Kalin come over to the gate?
20 or 30 seconds.
And did he open the gate for you?
From what I remember, yes.
And when we're indicating Mr. Simpson, sir, is that somebody you see in court today?
Yes, it is.
Can you please point him out?
He's over here by Mr. Spiro.
Is that good enough?
Good enough.
Could I ask the court to ask the defendant to stand for a moment, please? You seen the defendant, Mr. Park?
Yes.
Can you tell us if that appears to be the size of the person that you saw enter the front entrance of the house at Rockingham?
Overruled. Overruled.
Yes, around the size.
All right, did you, while you were speaking to Mr. Simpson, were you paying attention to what Mr. Kalin was doing?
While I was on the intercom with him?
Right.
No.
So did you see what movements Mr. Kalin made, or where he went, or what he did while you were speaking to the defendant?
No, I didn't.
Did you pull into the driveway after Mr. Kalin opened the gate?
Yes, I did.
And what happened next?
I drove in, pulled the car into the driveway with my driver's window parallel with his front door, popped the trunk and got out of the car.
Okay. And what happened next?
At that time, Mr. Kalin came over to me and said a few things like, "Is Mr. Simpson running late?" or
Sustain.
He asked you a question?
I couldn't remember if it was a question or not. I don't.
Hold on. Next question.
Do you remember if he asked you a question?
Yeah, he asked me if I felt an earthquake.
Right. Sustain.
Sustain
Right.
what?
It's hearsay. And Mr. Park, let me ask you just to listen carefully to the question, answer only the question that's being asked of you. Fine, thank you, sir. Ms. Clark.
Can you tell us, sir, when you first pulled up into the driveway, where did you park?
I parked with my driver's side window parallel with the front door of the residence.
Did you notice the front door area when you did that?
Yes.
And what did you see?
The front door was open, and there were a couple of bags on the porch.
Do you remember what kind of bags were on the porch?
Black duffel bags.
Can you show us with your hands how big they were?
About this size.
Okay, for the record,
36 inches.
Yeah.
for the record, the witness has held up his hands, what appears to be 36 inches in length. And how high?
1.5 feet, 2 feet.
And the witness so gestured with his hands, it appears. How far open was the front door when you first pulled up to the entrance?
That I don't remember.
And the duffel bags that you saw, could you tell whether they were zipped or unzipped?
One was unzipped.
At that point, was the defendant outside with you when you first pulled up?
No, he wasn't.
After you popped the trunk, did you get out of the car?
Yes, I did.
And did you have a conversation with Mr. Kalin about an earthquake?
Yes, he asked me if I felt one.
I'd like to approach you.
All right. With counsel and the court report, please. Ms. Clark. I think we were discussing Mr. Kalin.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, when you first pulled into the driveway and got out of the car, did you have a conversation with Mr. Kalin?
Yes.
And did he ask you a question?
Yes, he did.
What did he ask you?
He asked me if I felt an earthquake.
Did you feel one?
No, I didn't.
Did you have some further conversation with him about that subject?
Yes, I did.
How did he appear to you, his demeanor, when he was discussing that subject of the earthquake?
Like I said before, I've never met this guy, so he seemed normal to me.
Was he excited, calm, nonchalant, hyper?
That's leading.
Right.
Leading is
I'm
complex.
asking to pick one, so I won't be leading. What's the above?
No, I don't think we're quite that way. Try again.
If anything, he seemed concerned.
Concerned?
Yeah.
All right. And what happened after you had that conversation? Did he then ask you for something?
Not at that point, no.
All right. What happened next?
He asked me where I drove up from.
Okay.
He referred to something about, you know, is OJ running late or something like in that sense.
Okay.
That was about it.
Okay. And then what happened?
I was still waiting for the defendant to come out. Mr. Kalin walked to the corner of the garage.
Is that an area you can show us on the diagram that's in marked as People 66E? Okay, this one will be marked E, 66E, Your Honor.
All right.
Can you please direct the pointer?
Yes, it would be the opposite side of where the white line's drawn. Down a little farther to that corner. Right around there. A little farther out onto the driveway though.
Okay.
No, back down, there you go. Right there.
All right, could we do a KK there? Or just one? That's fine. Okay, and what did he do when he got to that corner of the garage?
At that point, he stopped, and I was over towards the front walkway by the entrance, and I was petting the dog.
What kind of dog was that?
I think it was a chow, from what I remember.
What color was it?
Black.
Did that dog bark at you at all?
No.
Friendly?
Yeah.
And while you were petting the dog, what was Mr. Kalin doing?
He started to call the dog. He was calling the dog over, but the dog was liking the attention, so he wasn't going anywhere.
Okay. So the dog stayed with you, did he?
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
I think he yelled at the dog a little louder, and it started to go over towards him, and I was just waiting. At that point, I didn't watch him if he walked around or not.
So you didn't, did you start to put the bags in the car, either in the trunk or in the passenger seat at any point then?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because I was waiting for Mr. Simpson to come down. I didn't even know if he wanted to take those bags.
Okay. What happened next?
At about that time, Mr. Simpson came out of the house.
All right. Can you remember what he was wearing when the defendant came out of the house?
When he came out of the house, he had some stonewashed jeans and a white collared shirt, and he had a black coat with him. I don't remember if he was wearing it or carrying it.
What happened next?
He carried down a what looked like a Gucci bag with him that folded in half. Seemed to be some type of garment bag. He came out and set that on the ground next to the bags, from what I remember. And from there, I picked it up and put that into the trunk. At that time, I seem to remember he walked over to the cars.
If you back up for a minute, can you tell us, sir, approximately how long it was between the time you saw the 6-foot, 200-pound person dressed in all dark clothing go into the house and the time you saw Mr. Simpson come out the front entrance?
It was somewhere around 5 and 6 minutes.
And when you had the conversation with Cato at the front entrance, sir, did you happen to notice whether he had anything in his hands?
Yeah, he had a flashlight.
Could you tell whether the beam was dim or strong?
It was pretty dim. It was a small light.
When Mr. Simpson did come out of the house, sir, did you have a conversation with him?
Did I?
Did you?
Not that I remember now.
He didn't say anything to you?
Not that I remember.
And when the defendant came out, where was Cato?
He was out in the front with me on the driveway.
Okay, was he standing next to you or was he walking? Can you tell us?
I don't remember. I know he was out in the area. I don't know if he was standing right there.
Was he coming back from the garage area?
He might have been.
Okay.
I remember him saying, you know, hi juice or something like that.
What happened next?
At that time, I put the Gucci bag into the trunk, and from what I remember, Mr. Simpson walked over to the cars. What he was doing, grabbing, I don't know.
When you say over to the cars, what direction did you see him walk in?
Towards the Rockingham gate.
Could you see if he went out through the Rockingham gate or not?
No.
You just saw him walk in that direction?
Yes.
Did you happen, the Gucci, garment bag that you're describing as a Gucci bag, the defendant did not put that in the car himself?
No, I did.
Overruled.
Where did you see him do with it? When he brought it downstairs, what did he do with that garment bag?
From what I remember, he either set it down near the other bags or he handed it to me.
And after you put that bag in the trunk, where did the defendant go?
Towards the Rockingham Gate, or in that area.
What happened next?
Well, we started putting bags into the car. He walked over and, from what I remember, grabbed the golf clubs.
Who did that?
Mr. Simpson, which...
Did you see him carrying golf clubs with him? You saw Mr. Simpson with golf clubs?
Well, I saw him hand them to Cato.
And where was that you saw him hand golf clubs to Cato?
Just towards the front of the limousine.
And was that after he had gone down in the direction of the Rockingham Gate?
Yes.
And what did Cato do with the golf bag?
He put them in the trunk.
Then what happened?
After that, Mr. Simpson went into the house a few times. 2 or 3 times he was coming in and out.
Did you ever see him bring any more bags out?
Of the house?
Yes.
No.
Was the garment bag the only bag that he brought out?
From what I remember, yes.
And that was that the first time that he came out of the house that he brought that bag with him?
I think so.
Overruled.
Was that right?
Overruled.
I can't remember if it was the first or the second.
Well, how many bags did the defendant bring out of the house with him?
Just one.
The garment bag?
Yes.
All right. After that point, how many times did you see him go in and out of the house?
2 or 3.
Okay. And did any more bags come out with him? Did he bring any more bags out with him on those occasions?
No.
Were you able to see what he was doing inside the house when he went back in?
No.
You indicated earlier that at some point you saw the defendant walk down in the direction of the Rockingham Gate,
Yes.
after which you saw, I think you said you saw him come back with golf clubs, is that right?
I'm going to sustain that objection. I think it misstates the evidence. Rephrase the question.
Okay. You said you saw the defendant go down towards the Rockingham Gate at some point.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you see him after he went down towards the Rockingham Gate?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have anything in his hands at that point?
The golf clubs.
Okay. And those are the golf clubs he gave to Cato?
Yes.
After that, did you see him go back after going in and out of the house a couple times, did you ever see him go back down to the Rockingham Gate? Not to the gate, but in that direction?
Yes.
How many times?
After he got the golf clubs?
Yes.
Once or twice.
Did you see what, if anything, he brought back with him on either that once or twice that he went back in the direction of the Rockingham Gate after he'd gotten the golf clubs?
Not that I remember, no.
Is it that you don't remember, or that he didn't have anything with him when he came back?
I don't remember.
All right, after Cato put the golf clubs into the trunk, did something ever occur with the duffel bag that you saw in the front entrance when you first pulled up?
Yes, as Mr. Simpson was walking by one of the times, I asked him where he'd like those bags, in the trunk or inside the car. He asked me to put them inside the car.
And did you do that, sir?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever resume your conversation with Cato about the noises, the earthquake?
Yes. He came back and asked me if I had a flashlight, which I went to the car to check, and as I was checking, I remember him saying that he thought we had an earthquake. He talked about a picture moving on his wall, that he heard some thumps, and that he wanted a flashlight so he can to go check it out. And as we were talking about that, I think he was referring to the earthquake. Mr. Simpson overheard us, from what I remember, and he said, as a question, he said, "Oh, we had an earthquake?" As he was walking back into the house.
And then did he have a conversation with Mr. Kalin?
At that time, I don't remember.
Did he walk into the house after making that remark to you, "Oh, we had an earthquake"?
Who?
Mr. Simpson.
Yes.
And what did Cato Kalin do after Mr. Simpson walked into the house?
Oh, I told him I didn't have a flashlight, and from there on out, I don't remember where he went. I don't know if he went into the house or not at that time.
Did Mr. Simpson come back out of the house?
Yes.
What happened next?
Somewhere in there, one of those times, there was another bag on the driveway.
What kind of bag was that?
It was another, seemed to be small duffel bag.
Can you show with your hands how big that bag was?
From what I can remember, I saw it at a distance, so from what I can remember, it was smaller than the other two. It was just, a foot and a half by a foot and a half, or, a foot and a half by half a foot. It wasn't very big.
And could you tell what color it was?
It seemed to be dark.
Where did you see it? If you can locate the area on this diagram.
It was over here, on the Rockingham driveway, a little farther towards the house. Keep going go up a little bit, right around there somewhere.
Could you put a B there? The bag. Is that about right, sir?
Yes.
All right.
And that marking is on people's...
66E?
Yes.
All right. And what drew your attention to that bag?
I think it was when Mr. Simpson gave Cato the golf bags. I was kind of looking in that area. I saw it on the ground.
Okay. Now, what happened with that bag?
It was sometime when Cato was asking me for a flashlight. We were standing around the car, and Mr. Simpson came back out.
Out of where?
I couldn't remember. He just came towards the car. We were towards the back of the trunk.
Okay. He came towards the car. Could you tell if he came from the Rockingham Gate location or from the house?
I don't remember.
Okay.
He came out, and Cato offered to go get the bag. And he said, no, that's okay, I'll get it. Okay. So he went and got the bag. And as he was getting the bag, I walked around the other side of the car, towards the driver's side. And I don't remember if he put that inside the car or in the trunk. I don't remember that.
Okay, so after the defendant said that he would get it, did you see him walk over to the bag
Yes.
and get it?
Yes.
And did you see him come back with it?
Over.
You can answer.
Yes. I didn't well, actually, I didn't see him come back with it, but he came back towards the car. And like I said, I don't know if he put it inside or in the trunk.
When you say inside, you mean in the passenger area?
Yes.
When he, after he went and picked up the bag, after the defendant went and picked up the bag, at what point did you go around to the driver's side of your car? Where was the defendant when you did that?
When I walked around,
Yes.
he came back from where the bag was,
Okay.
towards the limousine.
So the defendant was on his way back from picking up the bag when you went to the driver's side?
Yeah, as I was walking around, he was coming back.
What happened next?
After that, he went back into the house, and Cato went back in with him. They were standing in the entrance area of the house. What they were saying, I don't know.
Was that in the inside the entrance area of the house?
Yes.
Did they appear to be having a conversation?
Yes.
At the time that the defendant came back from picking up that bag on the driveway area, can you tell us whether the car doors were open or closed?
Overruled.
You can answer.
From what I can remember, both back doors were open, and my driver's door was open.
And what about the trunk? Was it open or closed?
It was still open at that time.
So were all the doors and trunk open except for the one on the front passenger side?
From what I can remember, at some point they were. I mean,
I'm talking about this point. I'm talking about the point when the defendant came back from having picked up that bag on the driveway towards the house.
I know my driver's door was open. I know the driver's door on the driver's door on the back one, the back door on the driver's side was open also. The other one I cannot remember if it was or not, and the trunk was open.
Could the rear passenger door have been open as well?
Yes.
At the point when the defendant went to get that bag from the driveway, were all the other bags loaded into the car?
Yes, they were.
So that was the last one to go in?
Yes.
And was it after that point that he went and spoke to Cato inside the entrance area of the house?
Overruled.
Yes.
How long did he and Cato speak in the entrance area of the house?
It was very brief, 30 seconds a minute.
And then what happened?
From what I can remember, after that, they both came walking outside. Mr. Simpson said something about searching the property. From what I remember, from what I heard was, you go around one way and I'll go around the other. At that time, I closed the trunk and the car doors, and Cato started walking over to the corner of the garage where I pointed where he was before, and Mr. Simpson started to go kind of in that direction, and I was going to follow him. I was going to go just see if they need any help. I didn't know what was back there either. So I was going to go, and at that time, Mr. Simpson said, "We got to go."
So when you say Cato walked down toward the garage, can you show us on his diagram the area he was walking towards, the direction in which he was walking?
From point A to point B, or just the direction he was?
Just, I guess, the direction.
To where the K is, where you put Cato?
He was walking towards that.
Yes.
Do you want to have the arrow point that way? All right. And where did he start from? First of all, who was it that said, you go one way, I'll go the other?
Mr. Simpson.
Okay. And where was Cato and Mr. Simpson standing at that time?
They were standing just a little bit farther back, a little bit towards the house.
Whoa.
Okay.
Seasick here.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? The dot or the,
Yeah, the dot.
arrow?
Can we?
Okay. It was just a little bit farther down towards the garage. Towards the garage.
Towards the garage?
It was in that area.
Are you giving up?
Practically.
Is that about right?
That, yeah.
All right. That's where they started from?
Yes.
Okay, why don't we put K plus S? Okay, and could we put an arrow on that to indicate direction? Underneath it, in between the two? There we go. Well, next.
We both went to the car. I opened the door for him, let him in, and got in the front, and we drove off.
Did you go over and close the trunk of the car, sir?
Yes, before I started to walk with them.
Before you started to go with them south towards the garage area?
Yes.
When you closed the trunk of the car, did you notice which bags were inside the trunk?
No, I didn't look.
You just closed the trunk?
Yes.
What gate did you exit through?
The Rockingham gate?
And how was it opened, if you know?
From what I remember, Cato opened it.
Do you recall what time it was when you went out through the Rockingham gate?
It was around somewhere between 10 after, 15 after 11.
Now, when you exited the Rockingham gate, did you look out onto the street?
Yes. I was watching for traffic.
Okay. And were you looking to see which cars were parked on the curb at that time?
No.
And you were on the driver's side. That would have been the left-hand side of the car, correct?
Yes.
Did you see any traffic approaching as you exited the Rockingham gate?
Yes, from what I remember, there was a car coming from the south, or from northbound heading south, down Rockingham.
And when you saw that car approaching you, coming south, was it coming towards you from the
Yes.
north? What did you do?
From what I remember, I had to edge out just a little bit. From what I remember, there was a car to the left, and when I came out, something was just obstructing my view over here on the right, and I edged out, and I let the car go by, and then I left.
Okay.
I followed it down.
So when you saw the car approaching the Rockingham gate going north to south, you indicated you saw a car on your left?
Yes.
You mean a car, was it a moving car or was it a parked
No, it was
car?
parked. It was a little farther down.
On the curb?
Yes.
And you said something was obstructing your vision on the right?
Oh,
You said something was obstructing your view on the right?
Yes.
Was that to the north of the Rockingham gate?
Yes, the area I was looking at the car.
And did you look to pay closer attention to what it was that was obstructing your view to the right of the north, to the right north of the Rockingham gate?
No, I was strictly looking at the traffic.
And the object that was obstructing your view, was it stationary, parked, or was it moving? The area that was obstructing your view to the right, the object that was obstructing your view to the right.
I don't know, I didn't pay attention to it. I was looking at the traffic.
So you were looking for moving and not parked vehicles at that time?
Yes.
Oh, cancel spam.
And you said after that car passed that was going from north to south, you pulled out?
Yes.
Where did you go then?
I took Rockingham down to Sunset, made a left on Sunset heading east, and was going to the 405 freeway to head south on the 405 and go to LAX. When I was going down Sunset, I was in my left-hand lane because it was the only way I knew how to get onto the freeway was to make a left. And when I was just about to get there, Mr. Simpson told me that you could get on the freeway on the right-hand side. So I got in the right-hand lane. I made a right-hand turn just a little too soon and missed the on-ramp. So he said, that's okay. You could just keep going straight down whatever street it was. There will be another on-ramp a little bit farther down, which he was correct. And got back on the freeway and drove to LAX from there.
So with the defendant's assistance, you made it to the airport?
Yes.
All right. On the way to the airport, did the defendant say anything to you?
Yeah, a few times he repeated how hot he was. 2 or 3 times he said, you know, man, it's hot. And I told him that he can turn the air conditioning on.
And
which
did he?
I remember hearing it come on, yes. He also had the seat that he was sitting in, he also had the window down. A couple times, you know, he repeated it doesn't pay to get dressed in a hurry or something like that, or I know I forgot something. I said that usually happens when you're going on a trip. Asked me what time it was.
Mr. Park, let me ask you something. How many times... Well, he's on a narrative. If you don't mind, I'll ask him the next question.
Excuse me, counsel, I thought we agreed we're going to talk to me. Thank you. Proceed.
How many times did the defendant remark to you that he was hot?
He said it pretty quick, right in a row, 2 or 3 times.
And then, after the air conditioning and the window were down, did he continue to repeat he was hot?
Sustained with phrase question.
Did he remark on being hot again after the air conditioning was on and the window was down?
Did he remark?
Did he say it again?
No.
Do you recall what the weather was like that night?
From what I remember, it was mild. Having our normal June gloom, foggy nights.
About what? About what was the temperature, if you recall?
68, 70 degrees, I don't know.
Were you sweating?
No, I wasn't.
Were you hot?
No.
And did the defendant say something else to you on the way to the airport?
He asked me where a light switch was, and before I could give him an answer, he found one. I was about to tell him on the door back there. Also, we were on the freeway. He asked me what exit I was going to get off on, and he suggested that I take Sepulveda. It'd probably be the quickest.
Could you see what movements he was making as he was sitting in the back seat?
From what I remember, I didn't look back there very much at all. I remember him bending down. You could just see him bent down looking, seemed like he was just checking his bags to see if he had and everything.
Could you see some body movements?
No.
Or
No, not really.
What could you see that led you to conclude that he was checking his bags or doing something?
That he was bent down off the seat where the bags were on the floor.
And could you hear any sounds as he was doing that?
A little bit,
Like
not
what?
really.
What did you hear?
Just somebody shifting around in the back, like you're moving. I mean,
And was that before or after he turned on the light?
I don't remember.
For how long was the light on?
Very brief. 20, 30 seconds.
Can you tell what the traffic was like? Do you recall what the traffic was like that night?
It was nice for LA. I mean, there was hardly any cars on the freeway. It was late at night, so it was pretty wide open.
So were you driving pretty fast?
Yes.
About what time did you get to the airport?
It was about 11:35.
And when you got to the airport, where did you pull up to?
I pulled up to the American Airlines terminal.
What did you do when you got to that location?
I got there and I popped the trunk and got out of the car. Mr. Simpson got out and we started to take bags out of the trunk. The first bag I grabbed was the Gucci bag, and at that time he asked me to go get a sky cap.
Okay, when you say the Gucci bag, you mean the garment bag?
Yes.
And after the defendant asked you to get the sky cap, what did you do?
I proceeded to walk over and see if I could find one. All of them said they were busy, so I walked into the terminal part and grabbed a luggage cart.
And when you went to get the sky cap, did you bring the garment bag with you or did you leave it at the car?
No, I set it on the ground.
And when the defendant got out of the limousine, sir, could you observe him? Was there lighting there that you could see him?
Yes.
Did he get out of the car as soon as you pulled up to the terminal?
I don't know if it was as soon as we got there. I know it was pretty quick after we pulled out.
When you got out of the car after you parked there, did you see him out of the car? Did you see him get out of the car?
Yeah, I opened the door.
Oh, you opened the door for him?
Yes.
Okay. And then he got out?
Yes.
Could you tell whether or not he looked sweaty?
sustain or phrase the question.
Could you tell us how he looked? How did he appear?
He seemed to be hot.
And what did you see that made you believe that?
He had a little bit of sweat on his forehead.
All right, so after you, so you went to get a sky cap and you couldn't get one, you went to get a luggage carrier. Did you bring one back with you?
Yes, I did.
And when I say back, did you go back to the car with that luggage carrier?
Yes, I did.
About how long a period of time was it between the time you left Mr. Simpson and came back to him with the luggage carrier?
It would have been no more than a minute.
Okay. When you came back to the car, where was Mr. Simpson?
At the trunk of the car.
At the trunk?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Did he have anything in his hands?
From what I remember, he had one of the duffel bags kind of strapped over his shoulder. And as I walked up, he put the golf bags on the cart that I was still holding. And I picked up and put the Gucci bag on the cart.
When you say golf bags, was there more than one golf bag?
No, one. It was a golf bag in a golf bag. I mean, there was a case that covered all the golf bag.
Okay. But was it one item?
Yes.
Who put the golf bag onto the luggage carrier?
Mr. Simpson.
And who put the garment bag on top of the golf bag on the luggage carrier?
From what I remember, I picked it up and put it on top.
And Mr. Simpson had a duffel bag over, one of those duffel bags over his shoulder?
From what I remember, yes.
And that duffel bag that he had over his shoulder, was that the big one that you were describing?
Yeah, it was one of the...
So did he check the golf bag and the garment bag with the sky cap?
I don't know.
Did you see what he carried on versus what he checked in?
I was gone by then.
Okay. When you went with him from the limo to the sky cap, did you see that small dark bag that you'd seen earlier on the driveway of Rockingham?
Not that I remember.
Okay, well,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a recess so I can change court reporters. Please remember my admonitions to you. Don't discuss the case amongst yourselves, form any opinions about the case, allow anybody to communicate with you, or conduct any deliberations until the matter has been submitted to you. We'll be in recess for 15 minutes. Mr. Park, you may step down, and you're ready to return in 15 minutes. All right. Be joined by all the members of our jury panel. Mr. Allan Park is on the witness stand undergoing direct examination by Ms. Clark. Good afternoon again, Mr. Park.
Good afternoon.
You're reminded, sir, you are still under oath, and Ms. Clark, you may continue with your direct examination.
thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Sir, you indicated that you and Mr. Simpson then walked over to the sky cap. You recall testifying to that?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And at that
Sorry about that.
I'm used to it. And at that time, what was he carrying as you walked over to the sky cap?
Oh,
He was carrying the 2 black duffel bags.
And did he carry them all the way over to the sky cap, sir?
From what I remember, yes.
Did you ever see that small dark bag after the defendant picked it up off the driveway at Rockingham again?
Not that I remember.
And when you left the defendant, he was at the sky caps station?
Yes.
At any time during that night, sir, did he complain to you of pain in his arms or his shoulders or his back
No, he didn't.
or his legs or his feet?
No.
And did he told you to add 20% to the bill?
Yes.
Did you
oh.
ever get that tip?
Actually, I don't remember.
Okay. Did you see what the defendant carried on the plane versus what he checked in with the sky cap?
Sustained.
I forgot. At the point that you left, then, was the defendant still with the sky cap, sir?
Yes.
Then you went back to your car?
Yes.
How far from the sky cap station did you park?
$40 feet, 50 feet, somewhere around there. Wasn't far.
And did you see the defendant tip the sky cap?
I saw him pulling some money out of his pocket. I never saw him actually tip the sky cap, no.
You indicated that during the drive to the airport, sir, the defendant has remarked to you as he was seated in the back of the limo you were driving that he forgot something. You recall testifying to that?
Sustained.
What? Did the defendant say something about having forgotten something to you?
He just said, he said, I know I forgot something.
Did he ever tell you what?
No.
I have nothing further.
Mr. Cochran.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pryor.
Good afternoon,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I might, sir. How long had you worked for Mr. Dale St. John prior to June 12th of 1994?
It was around 2.5, 3 months.
And how long had you been a limousine driver as of June 12th, 1994?
For about 5 months.
And do you know how long Mr. OJ Simpson had been a client of Mr. Dale St. John's?
I know it's been quite a while. I didn't know the exact.
More
months.
than a year? Would you say?
Yes.
More than several years?
Yes.
And was he a valued client to Town and Country at that point?
Yes, I'd say.
And did you find out on June 12th, 1994 that you'd be taking or picking up Mr. Simpson and taking him to the airport?
Yes, I did.
And how'd you find this out?
From my boss.
And that was Mr. Dale St. John?
Yes.
And Mr. St. John gave you some instructions, did he, about picking up Mr. Simpson?
Yes, he gave me directions and what time.
He told you to be there, that you should pick him up somewhere around 10:45 p.m., is that correct?
Yes.
And I think you told us that you were aware that Mr. Simpson was going to be leaving on a flight at or around 11:45 p.m. on June 12th, is that correct?
Yes.
You knew it was an American Airlines flight?
Yes.
All right. Now, did he give you any other special instructions about Mr. Simpson and dealing with Mr. Simpson at all when you first talked with him?
No, not that I remember.
All right. But you knew this was it was important to the business and important to Mr. St. John to do a good job that night, is that correct?
Yes, of course, always.
And you would want to do that for any particular client, is that correct?
Yes.
In this instance, however, this was the first time that you'd ever picked up Mr. Simpson?
Yes.
All right. And as you've described, coming from the South Bay, you did not know how long it would take you to get to the Rockingham location, did you?
Correct.
So you started out early and you got there a little bit early, is that correct?
Yes.
Had Mr. St. John told you that on occasion Mr. Simpson runs late and he's running around late on the way to the airport?
Yes.
He told you that before you got there, and he told you that in that phone conversation also, is that correct?
I don't remember him telling me before. I remember on the phone, yes.
But he told you that in that phone conversation, is that correct?
Yes.
That's when he told you to wait at least until 11:15 p.m., is that right?
Yes.
Now, prior to your testimony here today, you've had occasion, have you not, to meet with the district attorneys in this case?
Yes, I have.
And on how many occasions would you, well, strike that. Tell us, when did you first meet Miss Marsha Clark, the district attorney at the far end of the table?
The first time, I really don't remember.
Was it back in June of 1994?
Yes.
And you talked to her prior to your testimony at the grand jury, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And it'd be a fair statement to say you talked to her prior to your testimony at the preliminary hearing, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And it would be a fair statement to say you talked and gave a statement to police officers Tippett and Carr on or about June 15th, 1994, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And then you had a second interview with Tippett and Carr also on June 15th, 1994 by telephone, isn't that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And prior to your testifying here today, you've had occasion in the recent past to talk to Miss Marsha Clark, have you?
Yes.
And when did you last talk to her prior to your testimony here today, sir?
Would have been last Friday.
And where did you talk to her at that point?
Here.
And here in this building?
Yes.
In her office?
Yes.
And how long did you talk to her at that time?
It was about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And what time of day was that?
We met at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock a.m.?
Yes.
And is your best recollection that you talked until perhaps about 12:30?
Somewhere around there.
All right.
We were here a little longer, but there was a lot of distractions in between, so.
All right. And after that interview with Ms. Clark on Friday at about 11 o'clock, did you have occasion to talk to her also this morning briefly?
Just here in the courtroom, yes.
All right, and you talked to her during the breaks, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Have you read anything in preparation for your testimony here today? Any of the transcripts from any of the earlier hearings?
Of my own, yes.
Yes, of your testimony?
Yes.
Tell us what you've read, sir.
I've read everything that was taken down by the court reporter.
All right, so you read everything you read your testimony at the grand jury, is that correct?
Yes.
You read your testimony at the preliminary hearing, is that correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't say all of it,
But you went through it.
yes.
All right. And you read your two statements to Officers Tippett and Carr back on June 15th, is that correct?
Yes.
And as with all of us, I presume that your memory was better back in June of 1994 for events that had taken place on June 12th than it is now. Is that a fair statement?
That'd be fair to say, yes.
All right. And so in the course of reading and reviewing your testimony, you tried as best you could to refresh your recollection, isn't that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, with regard to the evening of June 12th, 1994, that was a Sunday evening, was it not?
Yes, it was.
And as I understand your testimony, you arrived at the Simpson residence fairly early. You got there somewhere earlier than 10:45, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And your idea in getting there early was to make sure you're on time and that you got into the airport on time, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And one of the reasons you were going to leave at 10:45 or wanted to leave at 10:45 was because you knew you had an 11:45 flight to catch, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Now, as I understand your testimony, even though you had thought about leaving at 10:45, you actually didn't leave until sometime after 11 o'clock, is that correct?
Yes.
And so, if I understand your testimony again, you left somewhere between 11:05 and 11:15 out of the Rockingham gate, is that correct?
It would have been somewhere in between there, yes.
Between that time frame, is that
Yes.
correct? Now, Ms. Clark didn't ask this, but you had occasion that... she's right, and let me just strike that from a minute, okay? Now, that night, you saw Mr. Simpson for at least the period 10:55, thereabouts, until you dropped him off at the, or left him at the airport there at about 11:35, isn't that correct?
Yes.
All right. And then, as I understand it, you left him with the sky cap, or left him checking his luggage, and then you went on and went back home, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, during this period of time, you had occasion, did you not, to see Mr. Simpson's hands, didn't you?
Yes.
In fact, you described for us that at one point you shook his hand, his right hand, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And you saw him, I think you described for us, coming down the stairs carrying some bags with his hands, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you ever see any Band-Aids on his left hand, on his left knuckle, middle finger here?
No.
All right. You didn't see any cuts on his hands that evening, did you?
No.
And you didn't see Mr. Simpson bleeding that evening, did you?
No.
Didn't notice anything unusual at all regarding his hands, did you?
No.
Now, with regard to the events of that evening, as I understand it, you described for us that you would push this bell on the outside. And did you find that if you pushed the bell just once, that it continued to ring for a period of time? Could you hear it ring?
I don't remember that. I remember it made a noise.
All right. You remember hearing some noise in the distance, did you?
Yeah.
All right. And of course, you had never pushed that bell before. Is that correct?
No, I haven't.
Now, did you ever, on that date or anytime that evening, have any instructions from Mr. Dale St. John with regard to how he would come and pick up Mr. Simpson and whether or not Mr. Simpson would open the gate for him? Did you ever talk to him about that?
No.
And he never instructed you about that at all?
No.
Is that correct? All right. But you were aware that Mr. St. John had picked up Mr. Simpson on a number of occasions before June 12th?
Yes.
All right. Do you know how many times he picked him up?
I know it's numerous.
And, well, how many?
I wouldn't know.
But numerous occasions.
Yes.
And he was the regular driver for Mr. Simpson, is that correct?
Yes, he was.
All right. Now, as I understand it, when you first drove up, you at some point ended up parking across from the Ashford gate and got out of your vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes.
You just kind of waited. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you described for us this was a Sunday evening. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that particular night on Sunday evening after 10:30, between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, would you say that it was fairly quiet out there on that street that night?
It was very quiet.
And you could hear noises attendant to the street that particular night from your location, could you not?
Yes, you could.
And I think you described for us that at some point you parked the car there on Ashford and you got out of your car and I think you had a cigarette, is that correct?
Yes.
So you were outside?
Yes.
All right. And at any time while you were out there that night, did you ever hear a car drive up, or hear the sound of a car drive up and stop anywhere around there?
Call roll.
No, I heard cars. I heard cars go by, but I never heard a car pull up and stop, no.
Right, I understand. You heard and you saw cars go by, did you not?
Yes.
Right, but you never saw a car or heard a car drive up and come to a stop, did
No.
you? You didn't hear,
Call roll.
you didn't hear any doors slam that particular night, did you?
No.
You didn't see any lights on that all of a sudden came to a stop and were turned off that particular evening, did you?
No.
And would I be correct in assuming that what you were most concerned with that particular evening was finding out if Mr. Simpson was at home, getting him so you could get to the airport? Is that your concern?
Yes.
At that time, it wasn't so important to you, I presume, as to what cars were parked where on the street. That wasn't important to you, was it?
No, not at all.
And you weren't thinking about that at all, is that right?
Not at all.
In fact, you recall testifying at the preliminary hearing with regard to whether or not you'd looked for any parked cars, don't you? Remember so testifying and being asked questions about parked cars on the street at or near Rockingham that day?
Yes.
And do you recall, counsel, page 40, counsel, of the preliminary hearing? And I'm looking at beginning at line 15. The counsel has it now, Your Honor. Do you recall being asked these questions and giving these responses back at the preliminary hearing in this matter? Question?
All right. Let me see counsel sidebar with the transcript.
Do you recall at the preliminary hearing being asked this series of questions by Ms. Clark and giving this response? Question: what gate did you leave from? Let's strike that. Let's start at line 13. Question: then did you leave? Answer: yes. Question: what gate did you leave from? Answer: the Rockingham gate. Question: and which way did you go on the Rockingham? Strike that. And which way did you go on Rockingham as you exited the gate? Answer: I made a left. Question: did you look to see whether any cars were parked on the right side as you faced the driveway of Rockingham outside the residence? Answer: I didn't look to see. Question: you weren't looking at the parked cars? Answer: yeah. Remember so testifying at the preliminary hearing?
Yes, I do.
And when you gave that answer about any cars being...
All right, you can do that on redirect, counsel.
you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, just to save some time, let me just do it now to save some time. In the spirit of cooperation, please allow me to.
Thank you.
Question. Were you looking to see if there was some traffic? Answer: yes, of course. Can you tell us how many bags the defendant loaded into the car? That's that far enough? Where you going? All right. And at the time you gave that testimony, you were being as accurate as you could and under oath. Isn't that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right. And then you also had occasion to testify at the grand jury. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And you recall being asked these series of questions by Ms. Clark. Beginning, Ms. Clark, at page 270. Let's begin at line 21. And we'll go all the way over to line 12 on page 272.